hormones, hot flashes, and GLP-1. Welcome to the party. Flashes, mood swings, stubborn belly fats, and now your weight loss meds are moving slower than your metabolism. Welcome to menopause. If you're on Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, or Zepbound and wondering why the results don't hit like they used to, this one's for you. Because when your hormones are on a roller coaster and your body's rewriting the rules, GLP-1 meds don't always work the same. Let's talk about it. What's really going on? Plain and simple. No fluff, no shame, just real talk about menopause, weight, and how to make GLP-1s actually work with your changing body. Understanding the stages of menopause. Menopause isn't a one-day event. It's a journey with multiple stages that can stretch out over years. It all starts with premenopause. This is when your body starts acting up even though you're still getting your period. Cycles become a bit irregular. You might feel more tired, less tolerant of stress, or even notice that your clothes are fitting differently, even though your weight hasn't changed much. Then comes perimenopause, which is really just menopause awkward in between phase. Periods are all over the place. You're waking up drenched in sweat at 3 in the morning. Maybe you're even crying at commercials or wondering why your favorite genes suddenly hate you. Estrogen and proestrogen levels are rising and falling in no particular rhythm, which messes with your metabolism, your sleep, and your emotions. After 12 months without a period, you've officially reached menopause. But the fun doesn't stop there. Postmenopause is when your hormones stay at their new low-level baselines. For many, that means the roller coaster symptoms start to settle down. But for others, the effects of low estrogen slows the metabolism, increases belly fat, insulin resistance. Stick around. The menopause weight gain connection. One of the most frustrating symptoms of menopause is the unexplained weight gain, especially around the belly. You're eating the same, moving the same, or maybe even doing more, but the scale just won't move. And it's not in your head. As estrogen drops, it becomes harder for your body to manage blood sugar and fat storage. Your metabolism slows down. Muscle mass decreases, cravings increase, sleep gets patchy. All of this adds up to a body that's holding on to fat like it's preparing for winter, even if you're sweating through your sheets every single night. Weight gain during and after menopause isn't about lack of discipline. It's biology doing its thing, and that's where GLP-1 medication starts getting attention. Where GLP-1 medications fit in. GLP-1 medications work by mimicking a hormone in your body that helps regulate blood sugar and appetite. They slow down digestion, reduce hunger signals, and help to improve how your body uses insulin. For many people, that leads to weight loss, better energy, and more stable blood sugar levels. These meds have been incredibly helpful for people with type 2 diabetes and are now being used more widely for weight management, even for those without diabetes. And for women navigating menopause, GLP-1s offer something that traditional diets often don't, a way to work with your biology and not against it. But here's where it gets tricky. While some women respond really well to GLP-1s during and after menopause, others find the results slower or less dramatic than expected. The hormonal shift happens during menopause, and it can affect how your body responds to these meds. Estrogen, for example, works alongside with GLP-1's pathways in the body. When estrogen is low, those appetite and glucose regulation systems don't function the same. That doesn't mean the medication doesn't work. It just means it may not work in the exact same way. Why? Progress may look different after menopause. Postmenopausal bodies tend to burn fewer calories at rest. There's less muscle, less estrogen support, and usually more stress and disrupted sleep in the mix. That means even when GLP-1 medications are doing their job reducing hunger, stabilizing insulin, the rate of weight loss may become slower. The important thing to know is that slower progress doesn't mean no progress. Your body is adjusting to a new hormonal environment. Fat loss may take longer. Plateaus may come sooner, but many women still see results. It just means more time and consistency. The good news is GLP-1s can help control the very thing menopause makes harder: overeating, sugar cravings, and blood sugar swings. They can bring back some of the internal balance that hormones have thrown out of the window. The role of hormone replacement therapy, HRT. For some women, adding hormone replacement therapy into the mix can make a noticeable difference. HRT brings back small amounts of estrogen, which may improve how the body responds to insulin and support a more favorable environment for GLP-1 meds to do their thing. When HRT is carefully managed, it can help reduce stubborn belly fat, improve energy, and boost moods. It doesn't make the weight magically fall off, but it can help unlock your metabolism just enough to see better results from the GLP-1 medication. Of course, HRT isn't for everyone. It depends on your health history and risks. But if you're postmenopausal and on a GLP-1 medication and not seeing changes that you expect, it's at least worth having a conversation with your doctor. Managing expectation and your mindset. One of the biggest challenges for women going through menopause on GLP-1 medication is comparison. It's tempting to look at somebody younger on the same medication and wondering, why is she losing so much faster than me? But the truth is, your body is dealing with a whole different hormone environment. GLP-1s are a tool, not a magic wand. They help with appetite, blood sugar, and cravings, but they can't undo decades of hormonal change or build back muscle loss over time. What they can do is give you a fighting chance, a tool to help you regain control. Progress might look slower, but it's still progress. Supporting your body through menopause and GLP-1 weight loss after menopause often needs a more comprehensive approach. Adding more proteins to your meal, support muscles and helps you stay full longer. Strength training becomes essential, not just for weight loss, but for bone density and energy and long-term health. Sleep and stress also need attention. Menopause often messes with both, and poor sleep can undo the best diet plan or medication. Even hydration becomes more important, especially with the GLP-1 medication that can blunt thirst signals. It's not about doing everything perfect. It's about stacking small things that support your goals. GLP-1 medications have opened a door for many women who felt stuck, especially after menopause. They offer real support for issues that traditional diets just don't fix, like out-of-whack hunger cues and insulin resistance. But everything in the phase of life, the results are personal. They depend on where your hormones are, what else is going on in your body, and how you support your health overall. Whether you're just entering perimenopause fully or postmenopause, your experience with GLP-1 medication may look different than someone else's, and that's okay. What matters most is understanding your body, being patient with the process, and giving yourself grace along the way. There's no one-size-fits-all journey, but with the right tools and the right support and a whole lot of self-compassion, you can absolutely move through this phase feeling stronger, clearer, and more in control than ever before. Well, thanks for hanging out with me today. If this is something that you can relate to, then share it with a friend who's riding the hormone roller coaster too. And remember, just because your hormones are all over the place doesn't mean you have to be. You've got this.